at least compared with the old system, I think
So yung isang politiko pwede na dito. Sa ngayon, isa lang eh. Last main question, to be fair to Mr. Chairman, to the other members. Let's face it na naging controversial po kayo, di ba? Because of a lot of issues. And because also of the campaign of the administration na itong kampanya ng tuwid na landas. At ngayon, after the impeachment, alam rin natin na, at least sa perception ng mga constituents ng Kongreso, na kahit pa paano, meron rin mga personalan rin sa loob na may away rin ng konti, dun sa loob ng Supreme Court, yung mga ibang trustees. At kailangan nila ng unifying factor doon. Yes. So assuming na isa kayong controversial na figure, 52 years old lang po kayo, do you think, nag-fit kayo dun sa role na after impeachment, lahat ng taas ng standards ng ating mamamayan, tapos bagong Chief Justice, may reforma ito, kailangan, you will be parang first among equals na magli-lead sa ganitong, talagang yung pag-reforma ng sistema. Kaya niyo po ito? Tingin mo, fit kayo sa role na yan?
Sa totoo lang po, initially I had some apprehensions because, it's such a crucial post, it's a crucial institution, and then my age, but you mentioned about my age, young, quote unquote, but I'd like to think that my being young, quote unquote, is more of an advantage. And in fact, it's really an advantage. I don't think that my youth and I would have, my being young would afford me enough opportunity to reestablish values of consistency, predictability, stability, which are hallmarks of a strong justice system. Ilan lang po yun sa nakikita kong advantage ng aking pagiging young.
Pagiging bata.
Pagiging bata, quote unquote.
Relatively bata. Like for example po, 52 years old pa lang kayo. Pag na-appoint kayong Chief Justice, you will serve, di ba, under the Constitution, 18 years po yun. Parang itong si Chairman Justice Peralta, hindi na maging Chief Justice ito. Bata kayo sa kanya, di ba? So marami kayong masasapawan doon. Kanina,
Pwede mo mag-comment ako doon?
Sige, please.
Yan nga po ang parang nagiging intriga, or yun ang mga 17 or 18 years, and you have practically disenfranchised, except from within. Pero hindi naman po dapat yun ang tingnan natin. Ang titingnan ho natin is kung kaya ko ho ba to serve as Chief Justice and institute all the needed reforms. And I will try, of course, to heal all the wounds, especially those that arise from the impeachment. And I will try to really just have the strength of character to make sure that not only that I decide correctly or come up with the right decisions, but also to be able to fight for the right decision and to advocate for the adoption of the correct decisions by the rest of the court.
Kanina si Dean Bautista yon, di ba? Yung una-una. Sabi niya, mas maganda may term limit eh. Kasi bata rin siya. 48 years old siya. Sabi niya willing akong mag-sign ng waiver, 7 years lang ako. Para at least hindi ko si Justice Peralta, pwede pa maging Chief Justice, di ba? At yung iba pa. Willing rin po ba kayo? Kasi 18 years, para tagal-tagal ata.
Well, with due respect to Chair Andy hindi naman ito political position na pwede yung mga sharing. No, it's a mandate. And since the Constitution prescribes the mandatory age, then we abide by that. But of course, no one can prevent any sitting justice or any sitting Chief Justice from resigning for some reasons or from severing. And of course, be subjected to, let's say, impeachment proceedings and be removed. But as far as the Constitution says, it is up to 70 years of age. It cannot be subjected to sharing.
Pag na-appoint po kayo ng Chief Justice sa kasakali, you intend to serve it until you reach the age of 70, 18 years from now?
God willing. Okay. And barring any significant developments in my life, then I intend to serve it.
Salamat, Mr. Chairman. Salamat, Secretary, Madam Secretary.
Salamat din po.
Attorney Cayusa.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Good afternoon now, Secretary De Lima. Yes, I know. It's surprising because we meet under different circumstances. But nonetheless, I have to do my mandate. Now, ma'am, there are several issues against you, but we would like to focus on, I'd like to focus on matters that would affect the legal profession. For instance, there are sectors in the IBP that are invoking for a more independent bar organization because currently the IBP is under the supervision of the Supreme Court. If you become Chief Justice, to what extent would you grant the IBP the independence, particularly with respect to guarding its own ranks, disciplining its own members, and other matters that would promote the legal profession?
I would still give it to the IBP to police its own ranks, to investigate and to file charges, and also to weed out the legal profession of undesirables. Now, I will have to leave it also to, but it has to remain with that institution. That institution has been envisioned to really improve the quality of service of lawyers and also to attend to their particular needs and provide for benefits professionally, especially. So it has to stay, IBP, its powers have to remain. Now the Supreme Court, of course, it has overall supervision. Now the Supreme Court still have also the power to discipline erring lawyers and undesirable lawyers. So I don't see much of a desired change. It's just really it's more of a question of putting the right people in the organization, people with vision, people with vigor and dedication to serve as inspiration, especially to the younger set of lawyers.
Thank you, ma'am. I ask that because there are many sectors who would want to follow other bar associations around the world that are totally independent of their Supreme Court or the equivalent of the Supreme Court. Moving on, you have been in the CHR, you're currently the Secretary of Justice. How have you shown that you can remain independent, notwithstanding the views or the opposing view of the appointing authority?
Again, may I just paraphrase or reiterate what one of my answers earlier, that, well, I used to be a private practitioner specializing in election law. Then I was suddenly appointed as CHR chair, then suddenly appointed as the Secretary of Justice. As I said, each of these positions, we can say, have different perspectives, mindsets, and mind frames. Now, each of these positions would entail or demand a lot of challenges differently. But the matter of being independent, or the matter of having a high sense of independence, pretty much a question of the character of a person, and knowing fully well the responsibilities that he or she has when discharging when discharging a particular post. Now, I am an alter ego, and I am presumed to be in agreement with the policy directions of this administration, or most, if not all, of these policies. I would not have accepted this position if I do not agree with the thrust of this government for good governance and accountability. The matuwid na daan. It's a very laudable, very noble ideal. And in fact, it's something that I wish to also inculcate in the judiciary if and when I take this, or if I get this post. So I have no problem with that. It's in the character, it's in the various and multifarious tasks that have been assigned to me, both as a private practitioner and a public servant. I think I will be up to the task or the challenge. I know that people expect me to really